Willard, Vice President Conan, sent me a message just now about how the investment meeting went. Seems he showed off the footage from the blockade, interview and all, and they all agreed to fund the grafting program and start it up again in earnest. I think we actually pulled this off, Commander. They even thought to bring me into middle management for the program. Can you believe it? After you and I finish what we set out to do for Arcadia, of course. I'd say closing these rifts take priority over a career change. I'm realizing now that I never really imagined something like this was possible after ending my contract like that. Never thought I'd be at the forefront of a military campaign. Never thought I'd be able to change much about Auntie's choice, let alone that I'd want to. But here I am. Reckon you could say I proved myself after all. Thank you, Commander, for everything. Anyhow, that's enough sorting my thoughts for the moment. We got a galaxy to save. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
It's Fizzos, Fizzos, we love Fizzos, Fizzos, Spectrum Vodka.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of
Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art. Damn right. Of course. We're Auntie's Choice. We know what motivates people better than they do. Real marketing is gut-driven. It's not something you think about. It's something you feel. That is, convince someone to feel. Just leave the big picture ideating to us savvy executives, Ameliorator. Our top-tier expertise is only acquired through experience and time, which at the moment is of the essence.
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. And he wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important. Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities. Actually, it's only 3. Surely you can handle twice that many tasks. I don't want to sound like the Order, but you could make a list, maybe. A few aspirational goals, if possible. If you see a chance to talk their lead scientist into joining us, and/or dig up additional details about the process, do so.
Which is to say, we'll make it more worth your while. I promise you'll never want for compensation while in our employ.
See you when it's done. Don't let us keep you.
We have Reginald
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you...
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Who's there? I'll handle this. Target analyzed. Let down fire.
Stifles undue agitation, silence untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Fortificator at ready status.
Process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not. While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, placid waters well material.
Yeah.
Is a fellow subject lacking the come in, come right in, and be refreshed? For mental refreshment post-haste, it's not just a good idea.
It is the duty of every protector its subject to ensure they are all...
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts? All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm Head Refresher Ghoul, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you'll be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
That was a nice
tap on the old brain pan?
Collective cognitive compliance.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, refreshed to be. Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in, then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
This is all a mite strange, but perhaps we should play along.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment.
And others are not.
Our facility's induction corridor is quite an experience, isn't it? A feast for the senses, second only to our Chief Edification and Remembrance Center, the Tomb of the Matriarch. Accompanying our head refresher's thought-lulling welcome is a musical score based off an inspirational composition partially hummed by the Sovereign himself. And a brief spritz of our very own repriorichin gas to boost attentiveness and provide the perfect touch of compliancy to commence your treatment here.
The top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Placid Waters Wellnetarium is the primary mental refreshment facility on Praetor. We are tasked with ensuring local subjects are serene, untroubled, and operating at peak efficacy.
Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey.
Head refresher Gould says mental refreshment increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. I've undergone the procedure myself, several times they say, and look at me now, never more content. None authorized to you, not until completion. Now there. No need to fear evaluation. It's just a few brief fleeting questions, all perfectly harmless, I assure you. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment.
My irregularities have all been abraded.
Possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all...
Greetings, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnetarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective. Incorrect. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually, each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead.
Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief? Unacceptable. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you? Unsatisfactory response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 200 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed one floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now. Your realignment with the paradigm
I could tell you were in
begins
need
now.
of mental refreshment. I possess a particularly keen eye for such things.
Overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Ah, you've gained privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We are all in this together.
Threat detected.
Pondering begets disharmony.
Protectorate possesses the...
I do believe that's the first test I've ever failed.
Oh, hello. Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please
Greetings,
proceed to
new
the lecture
person.
hall to
You have a
request
look
an
of query
exception.
about you. I have answers to questions and no questions to answer. Hello, my name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm. Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key to thinking approved thoughts. He tells us what to think and what thoughts are unsanctioned. It's also very helpful. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device can abrade all imperfections. Just follow the signs to the lecture hall. Only internally, I'm afraid. You should speak to Refreshment Facilitator Tilden in the lecture hall. Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment. Pondering begets disharmony. To deliberate is to court ruin. Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation. Thinking never made anybody happy. I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question? Drat! There, did it again. Anyhow, I was reported for it? It is the duty of all Protectorate subjects to regularly converse with our neighbors, so we may determine if their zeal has wavered. I am newly full of zeal, free of imperfect thoughts. My mind is a thing of symmetry. My phrenometric peaks are all abraded. I only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are notably unsanctioned. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts, after all. Refreshment is inevitable. You can't fight contentment. They never questioned. They never doubted. Their zeal never lagged.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception.
Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. I'm Waylon. I make all songs about the paradigm abiders. Folks tend to get rather sore about it. The original version's about being a good Protectorate subject and turning in your neighbor if they lack zeal or think thoughts and such. In my case, my daughter reported me. Of course, we're all supposed to watch each other close to keep the paradigm on track and abiding. First thing you do when you're back is thank the person who did it. They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try. A facilitator said that I'd been here thrice, but I only remember once or twice. I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the place, they say. Are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. This feels a bit curious to me, but I feel compelled not to question it too much. Maybe the treatment is working. I'd go with you, I guess. But I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived. Stored them in storage. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. Can't leave without it. Oh, commemorative pitch ball! I missed you so. Let's never part again. Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry, though there are 2 automechs assigned there now to keep subjects from wandering in and ambling off. Oh, well, mech controls are typically handled via a terminal. Probably one upstairs, but we're not allowed up there. Maybe you can find a way, though. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile. Are those automechs sorted? Time to go? Mechs are blocking the hidden tunnel in the pantry. Their controls might be upstairs somewheres.
The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos, and their choice is an invitation to failure, loss, and anarchy. It is a sad fact that all human beings require direction. As my good friend the Consul would say, at its base, humanity unguided is cravenly, inept, and slothful. We of the Protectorate are not, because we do not allow ourselves to be. The paradigm charts our course, gives us purpose. The Consul is the firm hand that guides us. Mental refreshment keeps us on task, free from doubt, efficient, perfect. And thus we enjoy amity, luxury, and resplendence. The system provides, the system abides.
The only thing that man's ever loved is the sound of his own voice.
Subject to the most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but the designated subject reader ought to have attended to that by now.
Every protector is subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had so many questions. But my questioning days are long gone.
Tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and
Yes.
the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you'll never question again.
Preserve said progress. Sustain the system.
You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you haven't had a session with Head Refresher Gould yet. You'll soon learn all about it firsthand.
That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
You've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take that up with the medicament dispensement automech directly. The medicament dispensement automech automechanically dispenses medicaments. 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 I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others here. Good, good. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of the prescribed curative regimen. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures in audio cartridge form to steer group thinking. As they say, to think together is to together thrive. Upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. Though that area is off limits to all subjects not a part of facility staff or security. How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege priority areas. You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
They're just handing out keys to anyone around here, aren't they?
Mental refreshment really cleans out your common sense. Like an enema for your gray matter.
And refashions the mind.
The lathe of particularity excoriates the terrible need for answers.
Collective cognitive compliance is
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today?
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all...
Obstreperousness noted. Adjusting recommended regimen. I I am responsible for providing each subject with their recommended daily dosage of reprioritrin. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more. Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
The top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
The kitchen pantry is presently off-limits due to anomalous structural
Life lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea.
Conversation is not possible at any time.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases
automecs sorted? Time to go?
undue agitation, stymies untold inclinations,
Okay.
and refashions
Ready to
the
go
mind
then, I
into a
suppose.
thing of symmetry.
If we get separated, I'll meet you there.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system.
The tunnel out was right here. Oh, they put a poster over it. Take it down, and I can be off. This is all right neighborly of you. Can't thank you enough. Now, after you. By all means. Oh, and, last I heard from my daughter, Emily, she was off to Free Market Station. You meet us there. She'll surely give you a reward. After you, by all means. I fear I must insist. Guess all outsiders aren't as bad as Prudence makes you out to be.
Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your debt. Ah, before I forget, here, this is for you. Thank you ever so much for freeing my father.
My friend from Placid Waters! Appreciate you fetching the pitch ball Millie got me. And of course, the escort out of there. Though mostly, the pitch ball. Wonderful, wonderful. So good to see Millie again. Don't know how to do anything here, but I can sing to my heart's content. You heading out? Do take care. Again, much obliged. Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played. Our first back is perfect. Our pitch ball is well conveyed. Their team plays the worst anyone has ever played.
Glad there are people out here like you.
Our first back is perfect. Our pitch ball is well conveyed.
We're forever in your debt.